Hello, I'm Pat Wadham with the Pat Wadham team at RE/MAX First. I have some interesting statistics to share with you all today. I know everybody's wondered what the market's been doing, and we've been watching it very closely since the COVID has happened. So I have some numbers I want to share with you. I get real market reports sent to me every month, so I can look at things, even compare the month June this year to June last year, just to see where we stand. And what I found that was so interesting is that the market hasn't changed a whole lot. If I look at June of 2019 versus June today, which just means it's the closings for May, the numbers are very similar when I do the whole MLS. So let me share a few stats with you that I find very interesting. So first of all, in Southeast Baton Rouge, which is the area we work in the most, last year in June, which again is the month of May, the number of months supply of homes in the market was 4.7 months. This year, right now, it's 4.3 months. So I thought, well, are there fewer homes for sale? Maybe that's why we're having a little bit higher closings. Not really. We've closed so far this year in May. There were, looks like 483 homes were pending. And last year, at the same time, there were 495 homes pending in Southeast Baton Rouge. That's not a whole lot of difference. And 591 closed this year in the past 6 months versus 484 in the past 6 months last year. So I think that's very interesting because we're thinking that because of the virus that, things have really slowed down. Well, they have slowed down in some respect, but it's not showing up in big numbers now. There are some parishes that it is showing up in. I can tell you when I look over in Ascension Parish, their numbers are off by several hundred. In last year, when I got my report in June, there were 913 homes that had closed in Ascension Parish in the previous 6 months. And this year, only 784. So I see a little difference there. But I go over to Livingston Parish, and they're up 923 closings in the past 6 months this year versus 857 last year. So the market is moving. It's just amazing. Now, I'll tell you what really happens. So this is what I'm seeing that's a little bit different. So the homes that are in the sweet spot, and for every parish it's the same. If you're under $200,000, the amount of supply for the market is less than 2 to 3 months. So that's kind of normal. I expect that to be typical. But the higher the price range, man, the time of market really is really increased this year compared to before. So like right now, if you're in Southeast Baton Rouge, we're looking at the month supply again. We're looking at like 4.3 month supply of homes on the market. But when I drill it down by price range, if I get down to like, let's say $300,000 to $100,000 houses, that's a 5 month supply of homes in the market, 5 months. So you go from 2 months supply for under 200,000. You go up to 4 months when you go to 300,000, and then once you hit 3 to 400,000, it's 5 months. 400 to 600,000, it's 7 months. 600 to 700,000, it's 8.5 months. Over 700, it's anywhere from 10 to 14 months. So the higher end houses are really taking a hit right now. I think that's two things. That's the stock market. People waiting to see what the stock market does, and then of course the virus. So I think that people, the entry level people, are able to go ahead and buy that first home and make that move. It's just the people who are making that move up are taking a little bit longer. That's what these numbers show. But when I look at how many closings have happened, part of the reason that when you look at the 6 month average, the reasons that it still looks really good is that compared to last year, we were selling faster this year in January and February. We were doing gangbusters, and then the virus hit in March, and it slowed us down tremendously at that point. So I think if we wait another month, we'll get some more statistics that will show us how we actually did in May. So by the time we have a March, April, and May group of statistics, I think it's going to be pretty evident what the market's getting ready to do. Now, we can tell you there's been lots more showings happening. A lot of people out looking that weren't there before. At open houses, I'm hearing that people are coming. We had one yesterday. We had 8 groups of people come through. Again, everybody had their mask on. No one comes in a house without a mask. Everybody had their mask on, and we even had booties if they wanted to wear, if they wanted to wear booties on their feet, trying to keep it as safe as possible. So everybody had masks on. But we did have 8 groups of people at one of our listings. And it's a new listing and it already sold too. So that's another interesting fact. The really good looking homes are selling fast, just like they always did. The ones that are a little more challenged take a little bit longer to sell. The ones that are higher priced take a little bit longer to sell. So the market, even though it's changed, it's still amazingly the same. So we're on track, I guess, to close as many houses as we did last year, but I suspect pretty soon, if we get the good relief today from the governor, which I'll be curious to see what he actually does. Once this market goes to phase 2, I think we're going to see a lot more increase in showings and sales. So that's my prediction on the market. And if you have any questions about what the market's doing, please feel free to call anytime, 225-298-6900. We're here to help you.